Nathan Judah, I'm here with Wolves supporter Mr. Liam Keane. Liam, Villa 1, Wolves 1, what did you make of that?
I think again it shows that Wolves every single week under Julian Lopetegui are getting better. It's not perfect, it's a little bit rough around the edges at times, but that first 45 minutes, I genuinely believe, is probably the best 45 you've seen this season.
Has to be.
It's definitely up there. It's up there with, maybe you mentioned Spurs away when we were talking in the ground earlier. That's up there. And there's a couple others that are up there with it as well. Across the pitch to a man, Wolves were very good, I thought, and it's just frustrating when you control the game for 75 minutes or so, and then you don't come away with 3 points. But I think we'd have taken a point before the game.
Yeah, taken a point before the game, and look, when the teams came out, I think a lot of us were surprised that it was unchanged. A lot of people were slightly nervous, I guess. I would have thought with the way Villa have been performing, but they did absolutely dominate them for 45 minutes. Second half was a bit different, of course, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But the goal from Podence, I mean, the move, but that wasn't just the first of the first move of the night. They were superb really throughout. The quality in the box, from defence up front, even Diego Costa was great in that first 45 minutes. They really played them off the park and quieting down this crowd, which was essential really.
Yeah, getting the crowd quiet, as you say, important, but Wolves were so intense, pressing high up the pitch, winning the ball back in midfield. Neves, excellent, winning the ball back. Moutinho very lively today as well, I thought, particularly in that first half before he came off, which is he's been criticised of course of late as well. So the players that have been criticised recently, I thought all stepped up alongside those who've been performing. So it was definitely a very good 45. Villa were better, definitely better in the second half, had very good moments, but it looked like Wolves might be holding on, albeit it's a long period to hold on for, and eventually, an error really, Ings gets in between Bueno and Kilman and finds space and scores.
Yeah, it's frustrating really, and I guess the same with the Man United game is they get to that 60 minutes and you look at that bench and you think if they can get their level or ahead as they were today, then it really plays in Wolves' favour. Wolves had a stronger bench than Villa today by quite some distance, and yet they've lost against Manchester United, they've drawn today, they could have ended up losing with obviously the miss from Bailey at the end. Could have been an absolute disaster. But really, those first 60 minutes or so, I think Villa had made a decent 5 or 10 minutes at the start of the second half. They should have done enough maybe to score that second.
Yeah, I think that was the key, not finding the second goal. And there was opportunities as well. Costa had a shot that was blocked. Aït-Nouri, when it was 1-1, went through and had a shot saved. Adama Traoré had an opportunity when he came on in the second half. Cunha found space at one point in the box and couldn't quite get the pass inside as well at 1-1. So there were opportunities as well. There's promising signs. I think some fans have got to remember as well that we're only just coming up to the halfway point. We're not even quite there yet. So, albeit 3 points would have been amazing tonight, I think this is a good point on the balance of the game. And Villa did have a good second half as well. And they are a good side with a very good manager. So I think Wolves can be happy coming away with a point, albeit frustrating when you're winning the game.
Yeah, I guess it's frustrating because everybody's looking at the 1-0 up and they're out the relegation zone. They're 16th, they're a point away from 13th in Leicester. Then all of a sudden they concede and then they're back down to 19th. And so you can understand that disappointment. But like you say, game on game on game, this side has got better. This side is starting to play. You're sure the manager, is obviously having an effect. And also, I quite like the substitutions he's making. Though I know they didn't quite work against Manchester United, but there's different thoughts there. It's not just the same people in the same positions every single week. He's thinking, on the go, and I feel like that just gives you that confidence.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's a very intelligent manager. He's been there and done it, and he didn't get it right against United, but he did against Everton. I thought for the most part he did tonight as well.
Was it a defensive mistake today? Do you feel that for the Ings?
I think so, yeah. And of course the Bailey chance was an error as well that Wolves got away with in the end. You rode a look a little bit with that chance at the end, and I think Kilman and Collins have improved in the last couple of games, but there's work to do. I think they need a little bit of help still, and I think if they can, we'll definitely bring a centre-back signing in.
Yeah, look, Boubacar Traoré is disappointing. 1 to 2 months looks like he's going to be out. Do they need reinforcements in midfield?
Yeah, definitely. Moutinho up until tonight has looked a little bit leggy. I thought he actually did better tonight. Nunes definitely suits sitting. Neves excellent as always. Hodge did well when he came on. Roden obviously not involved tonight, but you have to have more options than just Hodge and Roden. No disrespect to them, you have to have more first team ready options that are going to play regularly. Boubacar's a big miss in terms of not just having numbers, but what he offers. He's aggressive, he's big, strong, wins the ball high up the pitch. Erratic at times and raw definitely, but he brings things to the Wolves midfield that Wolves don't have elsewhere, and they need to replace that now, and they have to bring someone in, whether it's short term or long term, that is going to give Wolves somewhere close to what he offers. Look, if it's only a month, then you don't need to panic. But if it is closer to that 2 months or beyond, then you need someone to replace him.
And Mateus Cunha made his debut tonight. What do you make of him?
Yeah, it's difficult to judge him on a short period of time, but some good movements, picked the ball up in nice pockets of space at times. I would have liked to have maybe seen him attack in the 6-yard box a little bit more, but there's plenty of time. We don't know if he's going to play as an out-and-out 9 every single week. He did today, but we may see his position develop, so one to watch.
Look, Liverpool, Saturday, no one cares, do they really? Do we? I mean,
Well,
we're going to be.
care, yeah.
Is it the most irrelevant game of the last 5 years, though? You know, look. What I'm saying to you is they've got Forest on Tuesday, Wednesday. Carabao Cup, chance of semi-final. Of course, they want to put a good performance in and get through that. And then look, out of those two games, the most important game out of the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup for me is West Ham United in the Premier League. That's the most important game. Let's get through in the Cup. Let's hopefully get through in the Carabao. But that game looks massive now to me. You know, 19th point halfway through the season, the 19th game of the season. West Ham have drawn against Leeds tonight, I believe 2-2. That's going to be a big one. If they can win that, then that would be massive.
Yeah, 4 points from these 2 games would be excellent. Premier League, without a doubt, is the priority. After that, it's the Carabao, and then after that, it's the FA Cup.
Yeah.
So I suspect there'll be plenty of changes on Saturday, but it's a big competition still at a big stadium. You know, depends how Liverpool line up. You don't want to send the kids out and get thumped. So there may have to be a little bit of manoeuvring. Perhaps Kilman and Collins might keep their place. Maybe Totti in a 5 as well. I think there'll be a few first teams in there, but your likes of Hodge will probably start. Cunha may get his first start. Guedes coming in. Players like that, I think, will definitely play the game.
Point gained or 2 points lost?
Point gained.
Villa 1, Wolves 1. For all the post-match reaction, make sure you log on to expressandStar.com.